Ooh. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittnee. If you don't know, I make videos about cake decorating, baking, chocolates, anything sweet. And if you're new here, thanks for subscribing. If you haven't yet, it's really easy. Just go ahead and click the button down below. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make royal icing with meringue powder. This recipe is super simple and easy. Let's get going. All right, so here's what you're going to need. A mixer of some sort with a whisk attachment. You're going to need to measure out 4 cups of powdered sugar. Sift it if you want it to be nice and smooth, then you won't get any little clumps when you're trying to pipe or whatever you're using it for. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of meringue powder. I'll link that down below if you want to order it. And you're going to need around 8 tablespoons of water, but we're going to be adding them one at a time just to get the consistency right. So let's get mixing. First, go ahead and add your powdered sugar and meringue powder. And give that a quick mix together. And then just go ahead and turn your mixer on low, and you'll begin adding your water 1 tablespoon at a time. Okay, so I've added 5 tablespoons and you can see the mixture's kind of coming together at this point. You're going to keep it on low, and as we add the last bit of water, we're going to keep an eye on it to make sure it doesn't get too runny. All right, this is what it looks like with 6 tablespoons water, and it holds together, but it's still runny. So we might stop here on water and just start mixing it at a higher speed to get it nice and fluffy, and it'll get stiffer when we mix it. And then we'll see how it goes. Before I start mixing, I'm going to quickly wipe down the bowl. Okay, so I'm going to start mixing it probably about 4, which is like medium speed. I'm just stopping it to check it. It's starting to get smoother. And you can see it's flowing. So this is pretty runny to start, and I'm making this for piping, so I'm going to stop with water. So this is 6 tablespoons of water. But like I said, now we're going to keep mixing it for a few minutes until it gets to stiff peaks. So this is what it's looking like after about 2 minutes of whipping. And it's pretty stiff. I'm gonna mix it a little longer though, because it still has a bit of a bend. I want it to be nice and firm. So when I pipe it, it'll hold its shape. I'm just going to wipe down the bowl for our last whip. It's almost done. You can see it's getting a lot thicker, firmer. All right, so here's what it's looking like after about 5 full minutes of whipping. And to me, this is stiff enough to pipe and it'll hold its shape. So this is ready. All right, so here is what the icing looks like. Nice and firm. It holds its shape. When I pipe it, it will hold its shape. And whenever I make royal icing, I always whip it to stiff peaks first, and then if I need to adjust it later for a different use, like for a drip cake or flooding cookies or something, I'll adjust it after I whip it to stiff peaks. This makes sure it's nice and strong, and then you can change it after that. At least that's what I do, and it works really well. And there will be more videos to come on some of those other techniques, like using royal icing for a drip cake and flooding cookies. Here's what this royal icing looks like piped, just to give you an idea of the consistency of it. I almost forgot to mention that you might not know royal icing dries out really quickly. So I usually wet a thin rag and lay it over the bowl while I'm working with it. Otherwise, you can put it in a Tupperware and seal it. If it sits for too long, it might lose its structure. So re-whipping is always a good idea if it has been sitting out for a while. So there's just a tip for you to keep your royal icing fresh. Well, there you guys go. I hope this recipe was simple and helpful for you. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys want to help me keep making videos like this, please subscribe down below. If you want to learn something else from me, check out one of these thumbnails to see some of my other videos, and I will see you guys in 1 week. Bye. How's this shot? How do I look? How do I look? Mixer.